What it do, internet besties? So this is my first hair tutorial of the year. I'm gonna do a step-by-step on how I achieve the color, man. So stay tuned. I told y'all I'm back and I'm better, baby. Let's go. So these are the materials that I use to mix my lightener in. I got the bowl and the brush from the hair store. I'm using Quick Blue Lightener, which lifts up to 7 levels, y'all. 40 volume developer, 30 volume developer, and a 10 volume developer, along with the salon foils for the highlights. This is the wig that I'm going to be using today. It's from Luxuriant Hair Company. This is called the Lavish Curl, which is a kinky curly wig. And it's super, super kinky, y'all. But I love it. The curl pattern is nice. Here, I'm just showing you the inside of the wig, y'all. I love these straps. Without them, I cannot function, I swear. So I use these to pin down my wig. And right here, I'm just parting to make sure I'm in the middle of the wig so that the highlights fall right. Because if they don't, I'm telling you, like, I have OCD. And if it don't come out right, I be going crazy. So I'm just trying to make sure that I part this wig right in the middle. Right here, I'm just trying to brush it out to see if I can, like, get it a little looser, because I got to part through these kinks, y'all. And me trying to, you know, do the weave method on this kinky wig, it's gonna be a little crazy for me now. I ain't gonna don't lie to you. It was a little crazy for me. So I just tried to make sure that I combed it out a little bit to make it easier for me to part. Alright, so right here I'm gonna have my highlights on each side of the part. So I'm just taking a little section and we're gonna do the weaving method on the part that we just parted out. So we're gonna do the up down, up down, up down method on this section, and it's gonna show you to where it's like, you know, you're missing little pieces out from that section that we just weaved out. Then I'm gonna take a piece of foil, and we're gonna fold the top over the comb and just slap it right in between that little part right there, y'all. Like, it's really, like, once you get a hold of it, I'm telling you, like, if you can do it on this kinky hair, I promise you it'll be super, super easy on straight hair. So I'm just putting the 40 volume and the Quick Blue Lightener together. This is 40 because I'm gonna do the highlights and the lowlights. And for the highlights, you're going to do a higher volume. So I'm using 40 volume developer with the Quick Blue. And then I'm going to go in between those highlights with lowlights. And for the lowlights, I'm going to do a 10 volume with the Quick Blue lightener. And you got to make sure it's saturated, because I'm telling you now, you don't want to do it now, because if you don't have it saturated, it's gonna look splotchy. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. But it's going to look crazy. So make sure you saturate it, y'all. And then once you get it saturated all the way, you're going to fold it twice. Okay? So fold it up and then fold it again and press it down to make sure it doesn't come apart. And I'm going to do the same thing for this section here. Weaving in and out, up and down, up and down. And I'm using the 40 volume with the Quick Blue on this part as well. And also, you do not want to place it directly on the scalp, y'all, or on the wig. You want to make sure you're at least a half an inch from the scalp when you're doing this, because you do not want it to come straight from the scalp. You want it to look as natural as possible. So I'm just taking a small section in the front, and I'm going to do the same thing here as I did on the previous 2 sections. I'm just weaving up and down, y'all. And I'm using, oh my goodness, I'm using 40 volume on these as well. And it's up to you. Like, if you want to do the lowlights in the front and the lowlights in the top and then the highlights in between, it's up to you. To keep it 100 with y'all, I'm really just freestyling. This is my first time doing highlights, but, well, since I've been out of hair school. But this is my first time doing highlights in a minute, and I didn't even look at no videos. I'm just winging it, you know. It's fun. It's a wig, so as long as you can just have fun and just experiment, it's fun, you know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same thing I did on that side, on this side, and I'm still using the 40 volume developer concoction on this side too. And then once I do the 40 volume, that's when I'm gonna do the lowlights with the 10 volume, and you'll see it here in a second. All right, so back here, I just decided to slap about 2 little highlights in the back, man. Like I said, I'm just freestyling just to see what it's going to look like. But yeah, these are not in the front. I just did 2 highlight sections in the back just to see what it'll look like. And this is when I'm going to add my low lights, y'all. So the same method that I just showed you, I'm just going in between or around those highlights in the front on each side of the part and just adding those low lights, which is the 10 volume developer and the quick blue lightener. I did use the whole pack. You don't want it runny. You want it kind of thick, as you can see what I've shown you in the video, because you don't want it runny. If it's too runny, it may start to bleed outside of the foil, but that's why we fold it and like kind of press it down so it's kind of tight. But if you do have it too runny, it can come out of that foil and it can, like, you know, bleach other pieces of hair and make it look super, super crazy. Alright, so now we're about to bleach them knots, y'all. And as you can see, these are what the highlights are looking like. They not coming to play. I'm trying to get y'all right. I already told you. So now we're going to use the 40 volume with the quick blue. And you want it to look pasty. You do not want it to look runny. Because if it's too runny, it's going to go through your lace. And you're going to look like a Dalmatian dog. Like, I don't know if that's what you know. I don't know if you want like a Dalmatian, baby, but I don't think that's your preference. So this is what you want it to look like as you put it on. And as you can see, it's perfect. It's perfect, y'all. Look at that. Oh, stop playing with her. That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy. Woo. All right, so this is what it's looking like, the whole wig. And as you can see, I am loving it. Like, I'm really thinking about going back through it and just doing the whole wig because it is giving. Yeah, it's giving. All right, so now we're about to put that cap on. And I'm just going to spray some Got To Be spray on the front because it's a 4x4. And I'm going to go towards the back as well, because if you just do the front and you cut that lace off, guess what's going to happen? It's going to come out, baby. It's going to come off, and we don't need that. All right, so right now, I'm just going to show y'all what I'm going to detangle my hair with. And when I tell y'all this Paul Mitchell brush is the shit, I'm going to put it in the bio. I promise you, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing right here. I think I was listening to some music, but I be turned up all the time. Your girl be lit all the time, baby. If you ain't following me on TikTok, go ahead and do that. All right, so now I'm just going to put me some. This is what I actually contour my face with. And I've noticed, like, if I go too light, I be looking like my forehead be looking ashy if I go too light. So I'm going to use my contour makeup to do the lace. Because, you know, we want it to look melted, baby. I don't want it to look like it's like you got some damn donut pie on your forehead. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get y'all right, like I said before. I'm going to keep saying it. All right, so this is what we looking like. And now we're just about to cut the cap, y'all. It's very, like, self-explanatory here. But you got to make sure, like, if you go too high, it's going to look like you got a big forehead. And if you go too low, it's going to look like you got a small forehead. So you got to make sure you get it right in the middle. Because if it's too low, your baby hair is going to be on top of your eyebrows. And, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So just pay attention. As you can see, like, I'm going to keep going up because I can just tell, like, where to lay my wig at when I'm doing it. All right, for my wigs, I use Bold Hold, and I just put it, like, at the end of a rat tail comb. And I just, like, push it down, push it up and push it down. I have a little bit on my forehead and a little bit on the cap. And you're gonna you gotta make sure it's clear, y'all, before you put your wig on. If it's not clear, it's gonna it's gonna be white. Like, your wig on your hairline is gonna be white, and it's gonna look crazy. Like, that's what, you know, when you be walking around, you be seeing people like that. They didn't let that glue dry. You gotta let that glue dry clear, baby. So I already cut the other side, but here I'm just showing you how to cut the cap off from around your ear and on the back. All right, so here I'm just making sure that the lace is right where the glue line stops. So wherever you want your hairline to start, that's where you need to stop it at on that lace. I hope that makes sense, y'all. But I did see some little pieces that needed to be cut off. As you can see them here. I do not, like I told you, I'm telling you, I have OCD when it comes to, like, perfecting my work. So I had to make sure I cut them off because we can't leave them there. Like, you know, wind blowing back, and what you gonna do if that little piece show? It's gonna look crazy. They gonna be like, damn, babe, you got a wig on? Even though they gonna know you got a wig on, but you don't want them to look like you got a wig on. You feel me? All right, so now I'm about to spray some Got To Be spray on the lace. Because I'm about to tie it down. But then I was like, let me pluck this wig. And I was like, hold on. I don't even need to pluck it. That's what I'm talking about. I love wigs like that. I love wigs like that. Like, it makes the job so much easier when you ain't got to pluck it, for real. So now we're just going to lay this down. This band was kind of loose a little bit. So I just got, like, a little clip and just pinned it together. And now I'm just about to pour this hair down, and I'm going to try to comb it out. Like I said, y'all, this wig is super, super kinky. Y'all, get into this color, though. It came out so pretty. Like, the colors blended so well. I'm just so happy with this. And I'm telling y'all, like, I'm definitely going to go back and do the back. But it's so, I did that. And I want y'all to tag me in y'all work because I want to make sure that I explained it right. But this is so pretty. Okay, so now I'm about to try to detangle this hair. And like I said, it's very kinky, and it's not going to stay detangled. It's still going to have, like, that little kinky, fluffy look once your hair dries. but I still wanted to see how it would look if I were to try to detangle it. But I use a detangling brush, some detangle cream, and some curl cream, and I will put all of those in the description below. But yeah, so this is what I'm gonna show y'all what it's gonna look like once I do the whole head. Alright, so this is what it's looking like so far. And now we're about to get ready to cut the lace off. You want to make sure you're not cutting in a straight line. Like, you want to kind of zigzag it, so it won't be perfect. You don't want that square line, y'all. I'm telling you now. Don't be walking around here like you just got a line up on your forehead. Like, I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. So now I'm just adding the same makeup that I put on my cap on the lace. And when I tell y'all it's giving melted, look at that. It's giving melted. So now I'm about to add my baby hairs. Like, I'm telling you, I've been wearing baby hairs since I was in 3rd grade. I'm not giving them up. So if you want to leave it like that, like without the baby hairs, like on the other side, you can do that, y'all. All you gotta do is just add some got-to-be glue, like I'll show you in a second, and you finish, for real. Alright, so now I'm about to add the got-to-be glue on each part of the sections. And I'm just going to pull it back with that clip because it's going to make it look clean and sleek. I'm going to do the same thing on both sides, of course. Now I'm going to use these wrapping strips to lay them bad boys down. Let's get into this reveal, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Slay, melted all the type of stuff that y'all be using. That's what it's giving. So as I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? I got to make sure I get my part together because I do like a deep part. I use a concealer that I use on my eyebrows. But sometimes I use my makeup foundation. But I wanted it to be a little deeper this time. So I did use a lighter color. But, yeah, it's like, I'm telling you, once you put that part in there, it's over with. Like, look how good that look. So if you do go outside that line to correct it, all you got to do is use some eyeliner, some dark, whatever color your hair is. Like, if your roots are like black or if it's brown, you use a black or brown liquid eyeliner, and then you just cover those parts up that you went outside the line. You'll see me doing it right here, but I'm actually using a pencil, but it's going to give you that same effect. Baby, and get into this wig. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so in love. Like, I'm so in love for real. It's giving Beyonce. Like, when I wore this on live the other night, I was feeling like Beyonce. I'm about to show y'all the video right now. That's what I'm talking about. So if you enjoyed this video, y'all, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, like, comment, and share. First video of the year, man, and I'm back and I'm better. Let's go.